Hi, all jazz goodies, and welcome to day 29 of my journey to top 100 in the world. So, I'm back over 2200, but yeah, basically, I'll just play a game. There's not much else to be said. I'm sure you all know what this is about. So, let's play. And I'll most likely play only one game. Fridays are always quite difficult for me because it gets home late and then I'm tired, so yeah, Fridays are hard, but I don't want to break it just yet. If not completely necessary, but okay, let's stick with the game. D3, quite not a thing you really want to do, so I'll just take advantage of that with bishop c5. Okay, g3, so a line like this. Okay, so I guess that this is just possible to be played. I'll play it with 97 and then f5 because most of the times f4 is also the plan that white would like to execute. Also c3 d4. Yeah, there it comes. But it cannot be executed yet, so I'll strike with f5 first. a4, okay, claiming space and also hinting b4, but I guess I'll just automatically blockade that with a5 on my own. And now f4. I don't want to play it because if f4, then d4 would get more power. But I might have a nice attack. But honestly, I'll leave the decision for later. I'll first maneuver the queen closer there with this queen e8, queen g6 or h5. Maybe even f7, you know, in some lines if you really want to. But yeah, most likely to one of these two squares. And I'll leave the tension in the center for now. d4 still not really possible. I have that square covered enough times. And I might want to take at some point. Maybe, I mean, it is a thing to consider. Probably DE would happen. Even though knight takes e4, hitting the bishop would just drop back, not really sure where. But it just would feel like I got the central control then. It would feel more natural to take that with the d pawn. But honestly, like, true is that my opponent is thinking it's probably for a good reason because it doesn't seem like there was an easy plan to go for. Because he would like to play d4, but as I said, it's not possible. Maybe knight b3, and then I drove the bishop back, then d4, but still you got this tension over here. So you gotta calculate that. Queen b3, like take advantage of that diagonal. If this bishop moves, it might be a thing. For now, it's not really a big deal. But yeah, okay, like b4, not possible, you know. You wanna watch out for breakthroughs, and the only breakthrough is d4 or f4 as well. But then you gotta move the knight, and where do you move it? Yes, you got options. But do you really wanna play that? So yeah, it's not so easy to find a move for white here. Which I'm completely okay with here. I can just enjoy it. Enjoy my lead on the clock, which I hope will not shrink. But it seems like I'm getting nice attack, queen coming somewhere. Then I'll do something about the f-pawn, free up this bishop coming to h3. Then this knight, yeah, this knight cannot really get to g4. It can get to g6 easily, and then beginning to d2 squares, which might be useful. But at the same time, if you have the queen on the h file, you most often, when I combine it with the knight on g4, which is usually done with the knight from f6, but since I wanted to play f5, I went knight e7 instead. Okay, queen c7. That's sort of a waiting move. It puts the queen on a better spot, definitely. But at the same time, like, it does not do that much. I can even just play king h8, for example. Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's doing anything. Yeah, I'll just play king h8. I know it sort of plays a move, but at the same time, the king is no longer weak there, and those ideas after moving the bishop to going out after the b7 pawn are no longer really possible, you know, or queen b3 would be possible, but it would no longer come with check, which is important. So yeah, king h8 is a flexible move. I would probably play it at some point, and I'm throwing it back to my opponent, like, what does he want to go for? And yeah, knight b3 comes now. Okay, so it was probably meant to defend the e4 pawn, I can imagine. Now knight b3 attacks the bishop. I don't think I really wanna lose that bishop, and I think that on b6 it's better than on a7, so let's go there. And if pawn to d4, okay, bishop e3, so these bishops might get traded off, but I can take, and then take on e4. There would be a doubled e pawn, and the only thing that would make sense would be the advancement of the c pawn. But even after that, the double t pawn doesn't seem to be the greatest, so yeah, I got the option to go for that. Also, f4 now might be something, but no, I think I'll go for it. I just, just damaging the pawn structure like that seems quite good to do. But yeah, this push will be executed. But I can maybe stop it with b6 when it comes down to it, So now it might be the time to move the bishop or the queen. Probably the bishop, because then there might be tactics on the rook, although not really. Yeah, not really, so it's perfectly fine if I play queen h5 now. Yes, it is, and I might also play a bit faster when I got the time advantage. So queen h5, the idea being bishop h3. And then if c4, I'll get b6 in. Okay, knight retreats back. Maybe knight is jumping to c4. But that shouldn't change much. I'll just execute that plan with bishop h3. So now light squared bishops will get traded off. That will play sort of an equal position, but I'll have a better pawn structure. E-pawns. 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 will be targets. Okay, queen d3. Queen d3, but what really is that move doing? I feel like I'm just gonna take. Why not? Now, what do I do now? Okay, let's go for b6 just to keep the pawn structure even more solid. And then decide what to do next. Doubling up on df file could be good. Also, I was looking for some tactics with knight g6, queen g4, and then some checks. But instead of that, we might get a series of trades. And if I don't do that, the knight might come to f5. Actually, even if I play knight g6, it might come to f5. But I'd rather play something. I'd rather play something as well. Yeah, knight f5, there it is. It was quite an expected move, but... Okay, I'll drop to e7 with that knight, because I want to control the queen from infiltrating to d5. So I want to have the knight on e7, and if I can trade this knight like that, I mean, that would be great. I'm not gonna capture there, even though at some point it might become a thing. But for now, I don't want to fix the pawn structure for no good reason. Only thing is that I might have to watch out for the queen. Because I definitely don't want to get her trapped. So, okay, queen g5. Now there might be some tactics, so you gotta watch out for that if you're white. Like, did I take? Then pawn takes, okay. Knight comes there. Defending against those tactics. And okay, I feel like I gotta retreat with the queen out of that attacking spot. Yeah, with this knight here, it is quite annoying to play because you almost never want to take that knight. But what do you do then? Is h5 possible? It might be, but if so, I'll save it for later. It is quite a lot to consider there. And the queen, suddenly, I would like to have the queen somewhere else. Under the rook, it doesn't feel to be the best place for the queen to be in. I would want to double up on d5 with my rooks, but without the queen, if possible. So I'm gonna play queen e6 to get out of the way, and then double up. But still, like, there is the knight, you know? There is the knight on f5, which can be kicked with g6, but I would have to set it up. But it might be a thing to aim for. Because if g6 can be pushed, it could be good to kick this knight away. Because that's really the problem in the position. And that's why it's suddenly not so pleasant to play against these doubled pawns. So maybe king h7 and even knight h8 just to get g6 in, and then maybe knight f7, knight g5, or just knight somewhere to get that g6 in. But it is still most likely possible to like double up first and build up to it. Maybe queen b3. Would that be an idea to go after queen side? I mean, with the knights on the king side, it feels like everything is happening just on the king side, but it's not really true. It's not. Okay, if I go there, then there will be the knight jumps. I'm pretty sure. Then there will be, and the knight jumps will be there even if I don't play it. So that's quite annoying. Okay, let's drop back with the queen. Okay, it is still... okay, it's not. I hang a knight. Oh, hold on. Maybe I have not. Okay, now I have to take on f5, but... there is a problem with this pawn, because my queen is pinned. So that's not really the best thing to happen. Yeah, now knight takes e5 is an option, which is really annoying. But okay, my opponent doesn't see it, which is quite lucky. I'm gonna say it is. In that case, what do I want to do? Okay, let's get this knight to b4 now. Okay, I cannot really do that, probably. Yeah, I have to keep the knight here to guard the g6 square. That is really crucial here. But now I can drop the queen back, attack h5. King defense, that's quite brave. But it might work out somehow, but I'll try to go around and sneak into g5. And I don't see how is my opponent stopping that. Also, the knight is not positioned there at the best. I mean, coming with the king all the way to the 4th rank is quite brave, even though I really understand that you got the space advantage and all that, but yeah, even like that, it feels really brave. Okay, I gotta go for it. Rook attacks. I'm gonna take. And now let's defend. Like this, the fact that the knight is pinned for the moment is really useful. And okay, now the rook defends. I'm gonna double up now on the f-file. The king moves. So now my queen is a bit trapped there. It is. So how do I get out? Maybe with rook f6 and queen f7? Okay, let's play queen f7. Oh, I don't really like this. I don't really like this. Okay, let's play that. But it doesn't feel so good. Okay, let's play c6, d5 maybe. Trying to break through. Now that thing is played. Okay, I'm gonna trade. Rook takes. Setting up rook takes h3, but I'm not gonna fall for that. I'm not. Queen takes there. And okay, I win on time for once. In a probably lost position, but honestly, even though I was not talking about it, it was like that I knew about the clock for quite a while. That I'm most likely gonna win it because of it. This position actually is slightly better, but really difficult. I just thought that, yeah, that might be a thing you wanna go for. And then here, dead even, which is interesting. But as I was saying, really quite a long time ago, I played it quite against the clock because I basically knew if I will not get checkmated, I'll win it. So yeah, it's not really the type of play I would like to play, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, okay, so at least I did not lose. Like I lost last Friday, if I'm sure. I think I did. It's really difficult to play on Fridays for me, but yeah, today it was a win, so thank you for this, and I can tell you that tomorrow